Rural mountain communities are at a pivotal moment. For over a century, one dominant industry has defined our economy. In the late 1800s, it was mining. Then, beginning in the 1960s, skiing and tourism took over our economy. Skiing and tourism continue to define our communities and provides countless local jobs. But we're nearing peak tourism. Our resorts, roads, and restaurants are stretched to capacity. Think of the notorious traffic on I-70 or the epic lift lines you see on Instagram. Furthermore, snowpack, which is the lifeblood of our economy, is becoming more variable, while the chances of forest fires increase every year. It's also getting expensive to live in our communities. In 2024, the median single-family home in Summit County sold for $2.4 million. It's out of reach for most Americans, never mind long-time locals. Furthermore, our wages are low. In counties like Eagle, Pitkin, Routt, and Summit, our wages are 20% or more below the state median. What this all adds up to is it's becoming harder to live here. It's harder to raise a family here, and we're seeing the limits of relying on a single cyclical industry. But don't worry, I have a solution. That solution is economic and industry diversification. Much like how a healthy forest relies on diversified flora and fauna, our economy needs to diversify to survive. I'm Thayer Hirsh, the CEO of the Summit Economic Partnership, and I've been tasked with diversifying our economy. Now, I'm not saying we pivot away from a tourism-based economy. No, what I'm saying is we build a resilient economy that isn't 100% reliant on Mother Nature. I've studied what other communities have done to diversify their economies in Colorado, like Denver in the 80s and Boulder in the 90s. I've come up with 3 strategies that will help our mountain communities meet this diversification goal. The first is help expand existing businesses. The second is empower our entrepreneurs, especially ones with big ideas. And the third is foster new adjacent industries. Let's break these down a little bit further. Expanding existing businesses. Tourism will always be at the heart of our identity, but to build a truly resilient economy, we need to help already existing successful businesses grow their revenue streams. Let me give you an example. Picture a local clothing manufacturer with a fervent following, but they lack the capital and expertise to bring their clothing to national scale. Or a bakery who's looking to expand to neighboring communities, but doesn't know the first thing about supply chain logistics. By encouraging community-driven initiatives like one-on-one consulting or partnering them with business mentors, these companies can help get the resources and capital they need to expand. When they expand, they help create jobs locally, they reduce their reliance on the ski season, and they build diversification. The second is empowering our local entrepreneurs. Starting a business is hard, let me tell you that. Starting a business in a mountain community is even harder. We have limited access to capital, and our talent pools are often smaller. However, by encouraging and fostering entrepreneurship, we can create the conditions that help create successful nationwide businesses. Programs like accelerators, which are boot camps for business owners, condense years of knowledge into just a few weeks for business owners. This isn't just a pipe dream. Accelerator programs are already happening in counties like San Miguel, Chaffee, Routt, and Summit. They've empowered dozens of entrepreneurs to take their local ideas and local businesses and give them national audience. One example is a local who's tired of all the ski traffic at his local ski resort. Like any entrepreneur, he tried to come up with a solution. He built an app that encourages people to carpool. He also worked with the state of Colorado to change laws regarding carpooling for money. Now, after participating in a local accelerator, his app is being used by resorts throughout Colorado for both their guests and employees, reducing the number of cars on the road. The third strategy, and this is our moonshot, is fostering new adjacent industries. Innovation often happens at the crossroads of passion and technology. In our community, our passion is the outdoors. Automation has also disrupted dozens of industries. And what we see coming is automation in the outdoor rec space. What do I mean by that? Well, avalanche forecasting is near and dear to many of our hearts. What if we could use technologies like LiDAR to rapidly and safely sample the snowpack, thus increasing the accuracy of our statewide avalanche forecasts? Or what about if we took satellites and cameras to quickly detect when forest fires start, thus reducing the response time of first responders by hours, potentially saving lives and property? These are just some of the technologies that are emerging in outdoor rec space. And with our passion for the outdoors and our expertise, we have the ability to lead. This isn't just about job replacement, it's about job creation and job enhancement. Diversification strategies like the ones I mentioned help create wealth within our community. By creating corporations and jobs here in our community, we keep our dollars circulating locally. I want you to imagine a future where our sons and daughters don't have to move away to find good jobs. I want you to imagine a future where families feel adequate in being able to afford the home they live in, no matter what the snowpack is. I invite you to join me on this journey. Whether you're a business owner, tech enthusiast, or someone who just loves our community, you have a role to play in creating a more prosperous and sustainable future. One where we thrive, not just survive. Thank you.